Osu minna, ore wa vanilla desu. I'm just kidding. What's up, guys? This is vanilla, not the flavor, which is sweet. So today I wanted to have another real talk, just because my roommate is not here today. I am free to say and do whatever I want. I'm free to record whatever I want. So yeah. So today I just want to talk about something simple, something that most people would probably think of when we talk about Japan and stuff like that. Anime and manga, of course. Why not? I always talk about anime and manga, but this time I want to talk about how anime and manga can actually help you in learning the Japanese language. Now, you might think I'm crazy. It is not crazy. Now, let me give you an example. For example, I'm just gonna go straight at it because I don't want to go into commercials during commercials. Anyway, I just want to go straight to the point. Let's use anime for example. Now, anime, either actually don't watch anime with subs. If you want to learn Japanese, do not watch anime in subs. Always watch it raw. Yeah, that is my advice to you guys. Now, if you want to learn Japanese, and I say that anime is good for learning Japanese because it is good as an example. Now, I'm not saying that all sentences in anime are okay to say. For example, "Koroshite yaru." You don't actually say that in real life. But there are still words that you may be able to gain from watching these certain series. For example, let's take something from Shonen Jump. I don't know what I can take from here. For example, let's take Saikikusu no Sainan. Now, Saikikusu no Sainan is a very funny show, and it's also a funny manga. Now, if you use, for example, the name Saikikusu, there's also already a name called psychic. So if you understand English, you would know that psychic is something like something that knows ESP and pretty much any kinesis that exists. So anyway, from that word psychic, you already understand that Saikikusu is a psychic. Get it? Awesome. Now, when reading is a totally different thing. Now that you understand that anime can actually be used for learning Japanese, there's also reading Japanese, which is very, very, very difficult. I'm gonna say this right now. It is not that easy. It took me 7 years to learn it, and I think it would take, I'm not sure, but it would probably take you really longer, because I was already accustomed to Japanese before I was born. What? Anyway, for reading, it's very simple. If you already know hiragana and katakana, by the way, you should know hiragana and katakana beforehand. If you do not know hiragana and katakana beforehand, then you are screwed. Anyway, if you can read hiragana and katakana, you can pretty much read any manga that you want. For example, here's a book on Saikikusu again. I'll probably just choose something else. Because, okay, everyone knows Boruto, so we'll choose Boruto. Where is Boruto? Not that one. Where is Boruto? Oh, here it is, Boruto. For example, this one. Now, let me show you this one. Just this one. Okay. Now, oh my gosh, it's in reverse. Probably not, but if you can read this, you can read this, all of this. Now, if you can understand hiragana, this is totally easy. But if you read this one, which is kanji, you'll have a bad time. However, thanks to furikana, you can actually read this. And that is why I use, weird enough as it is, I use Shonen Jump to review my reading. How weird is that? Now, what I'm saying is that you can use these tools as an example, or examples, when you're trying to learn Japanese. Now, let's take another example. Now I'm not saying that, you can always start, if you're not really accustomed to manga, you can always start with English manga, but if you're already accustomed to English manga and want to move on to Japanese manga, then I suggest you learn hiragana and katakana first, and then you start off with furikana. After furikana, you can move on to reading all of these. And maybe if you're good at kanji, then even better. But here's a tip. If you're Chinese, you can totally read this. I'm not kidding. My roommate is Chinese. He knows every single word. It's pronounced differently, but it's still the same word. And I don't know what. Probably because back in the history of Japan. Now, okay, history lesson. Now, back in the 15th century or so, there was no other language. There was no particular language that was used in Japan until the Buddhists came to Japan, and so the Buddhists introduced the kanji, which is Chinese ideograms. So for a very long time they used kanji as their writing tool. And so after that, I think it took like 300 years. I can't really remember, but after some years, they developed a new method of writing exclusively for Japanese called hiragana. Now, hiragana is it's not very formal, but it's a very Japanese type of writing that is very exclusive again to Japanese people, and cannot be understood by Chinese people. Now they can understand kanji, but not hiragana. Like I said before, Chinese roommate is Chinese, so he can understand kanji, but not hiragana. So I am also studying kanji, and we're actually doing it this. Anyway, after hiragana, there is katakana, which is used for foreign languages, and also used for Japanified words. For example of Japanified word is basically anything. Let me give you an example. Japanified words, for example, card. Now, if you say card in Japanese, you can still say kado, which is basically still card. Or if you want a simple word like a carrot, you don't need to say shijin. You can still ninjin. Sorry, you don't need to say ninjin. You can still say karoto, which is, like I said, Japanified. You can totally just use Japanified words if you don't know what word that is. That's one tip that I want to give you. You can just Japanify words, but don't do it too often because people might think you're weird. But yeah, if you plan on going here in Japan, or you just want to study Japan, then that's my tip for you. Watch anime raw, without any subtitles. It works. Trust me. I've been doing it. It works. Read manga, but only read if you already know hiragana and katakana. And the third tip that I can give you is that you are able to Japanify words. It's totally fine if you can Japanify words. Well, then that's pretty much all I can share today, which that was pretty long, and I hope you understood because I am a fast talker. Did you understand what I said? No, I don't think Bowser understood what I said. But I hope you guys understood, I hope you guys learned, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, leave a like and also subscribe down there for more videos like this. As always, this is vanilla, not the flavor, but just the sweet.